She said, "If you trust me, you'll put it in my name." So I did. Then I found out why she really wanted it. Hello Reddit I plus here. I've always believed trust was the foundation of any relationship. That's what I told myself when I signed over the house. Dumb, right? Yeah. Looking back, I see it now. But when you're in love, you don't see the red flags, even when they're waving in your damn face. Let me rewind. My name's Eric, 34, and I've been married to Vanessa for just under 4 years. We met at a housewarming party of a mutual friend. She had this magnetic smile, and when she talked, it was like she was telling you a secret she didn't trust the world with. Only you. We clicked instantly. A whirlwind romance followed, and within 8 months, we were married. Back then, I had just bought a modest 3-bedroom home with a good-sized yard. Not a mansion, but it was mine. I'd worked overtime for months, eaten enough microwave noodles to kill a horse, and passed up on vacations just to afford it. I was proud of that house. It was my start. When Vanessa moved in after the wedding, she made it feel like home. She redecorated, added little touches everywhere. At first, I appreciated it, but then she started talking about how unfair it was that the house was only in my name. She'd say things like, "We're building a life together. Why does it feel like this is your house, not our house?" Or worse, "If you really trust me, you'll put it in my name too." At first, I brushed it off, but she kept bringing it up. Not aggressively, but passively. Subtle digs. Sighing whenever we'd get the mail, and the deed came addressed to me. Talking about how she felt like a guest in her own home. Eventually, she wore me down. I went to the bank, refinanced the mortgage, and added her name to the title. I figured, why not? This is forever, right? We're a team. Biggest mistake of my life. At first, nothing changed. She seemed happy, almost smug, but I chalked that up to feeling secure. Then things got weird. She started going out more, staying late at girls' nights, but her friends would slip up and mention she hadn't been with them. She was glued to her phone, texting someone and smiling, but if I walked into the room, she'd turn the screen down. One night, I couldn't sleep. Something felt off, like a pit in my stomach. So I did something I never thought I would. I checked her tablet while she was in the shower. She was messaging someone named Marcus on an app I'd never heard of. The texts were sickening, not just flirty. They were explicit, detailed, and worst of all, they'd been talking for over a year. I scrolled and saw messages where she talked about me like I was some idiot holding her back. In one message, she wrote, "Once I get the house, I'm done pretending." My blood ran cold. I couldn't even process it fully at first. But it was all there. The truth. She wasn't just cheating. She was planning her exit. She had waited until her name was on the house, and now she was plotting to leave and take the house with her. But I didn't confront her. Not yet. Instead, I got smart. I called a lawyer. Laid out everything. Luckily, we didn't have kids, and the house, though now in both our names, had a paper trail. Every down payment, every mortgage payment until the refinancing, every improvement, all from my account. Then I dug deeper. Turns out, she'd been putting money away in a separate account. She was preparing for the split but didn't know I was now one step ahead. So I waited. About 3 weeks later, she came home with that same fake smile, sat me down, and said, "We need to talk." Here it comes, I thought. She said she wasn't happy, needed space to find herself, and thought it was best if we separated. She said it like she was doing me a favor. Then she said the words I'll never forget. "I think it's best if I stay in the house while we figure things out." I looked her dead in the eyes and said, "Actually, Vanessa, I've already filed for divorce, and my lawyer will be in touch about the house." She froze. "You, what?" "I know about Marcus. I know what you've been planning. You were never in this marriage for us. You were in it for the house, the lifestyle, what I could provide." Her jaw dropped. She tried to deny it, then to gaslight me, but I pulled out the printouts, screenshots, bank statements. She went pale. It took months, but thanks to the evidence and the financial trail, I got to keep the house. The court saw right through her little act. And once her name was off the title, she went crawling to Marcus, who, from what I hear, ghosted her soon after. Funny how karma works. I still live in that house. Alone, peaceful. And yeah, I'm more cautious now, but I'm not bitter. Because the moment she said, "If you trust me, you'll put it in my name," she wasn't asking for trust. She was asking for control. I gave her neither in the end.